journalism is quite the journey. I think, like, the space has changed just drastically. Even me majoring in magazine journalism, like, how many magazines are publishing like a physical copy to this date, right? And I was that kid, like Vibe, Vixen, Essence, Ebony, Jet. Like, I could like go through all of these magazines and like knew certain issues and who was on the cover. Like, I was really like drawn to that world. And it's kind of sad that like magazines in that original form are not around, though I think the content creation space is flourishing because of digital media. But I have to say that, like, the way in which journalism existed, I'm not going to date myself when I graduated, but let's talk about like the early 2010s, right? To now being in 2022, where people are looking to platforms like Instagram and TikTok to be like that main storytelling tool. So what does that look like when, traditional journalists are trying to tell their stories? I think many people have adopted those platforms. I know I've had no choice but to do that. But, I do really miss like the way in which journalism existed in that time. And I think the diligence that went into storytelling, because though there's a lot of positives with content creation now because it's very accessible, which I think is a plus, I also feel like the level of, just engaging with like your source. Like, I remember having to like literally for an assignment, go to the place, interview 3 people. I didn't have time to really transcribe. It was like, you better know what quote you want to pull out. And then like literally in that hour, it was an internship for actually the local paper, had to bang out like a 600 word piece, right? Like, talk about intense. I don't miss the intensity, but I do miss that level of like thoroughness. And it still happens because I think we each approach storytelling in a thorough manner. But I also think that like some of that is lost in translation with the like rise in certain platforms. But it's happening.